Hello guys, I am back. I haven't posted in ages because I've been busy with some college things. Today we're gonna talk about carx street optimization. As you can see, the FPS indicator in the top corner, I've enabled it so we can see it. On what areas does it drop? So first, carx street has been having an optimization problem in Android version. To me this seems unfair as the game is more optimized in iOS. I have a Samsung S22 Ultra and I experience some FPS drops. It does mostly drops in populated area like the city. Sometime it usually drops below 40 fps and I get that is frustrating. Most people play it on low-end devices as I used to play it too in Samsung S10 plus it used to be so bad. I used to get an average FPS of 15. It was so unplayable that I couldn't even play at low graphics. There is one simple reason of why carx street is struggling in optimizing the game in Android, because there are many different CPUs, like Exynos Snapdragon Dimensity and NECT. Carx street mostly struggles in Exynos chipset as it has a specific code to use, which takes more time to optimize than the other chipsets. As you can see here that they have struggles in optimization, as it is a heavy game. Pause the video and read the text that is shown to understand why it's hard to optimize. As you saw, fragmented hardware, which usually means that in Android development is not a standard term, but it typically refers to one of two things: hardware accelerated rendering, where your UI is drawn using the device's GPU, graphics processing unit, rather than the CPU. Android fragmentation, a common term for the wide variety of diverse hardware, screen sizes and OS versions across Android devices. Let me break it down for you. So first is hardware acceleration for UI rendering. In Android, the GPU can be leveraged to render the user interface UI, ensuring a smoother animation, gameplay and faster drawing times. When working with fragments, the modular UI building blocks used to create dynamic scenes when the system relies on the GPU for operations like scaling, translating, masking, views and high resolution. Why it matters? It is because developers must ensure their fragments and entire apps to adapt dynamically to massive hardware variations. Carx street demands extreme CPU power and its Android-specific challenges that make it difficult to run smoothly. Carx street is notoriously poorly optimized for Android. It relies heavily on traditional rendering paths that conflict with the Exynos 2200's unique graphic drivers to intense thermal throttling and severe frame rate stuttering, which is that Android have to do twice the job to get the same FPS as iPhones. They even said that they are gonna optimize the game for Android version. As you can see, they are actively working on optimizing the game for Android. They are consistently pushing out performance patches and conducting open beta tests to improve frame rates and stability on various mobile devices. So I tested the game performance myself and the resolution. As you see, the GPU is at 61%, which is not bad. This means that it's not struggling too much. This is also in the highway, which is not that populated. This is a good thing as the GPU is not pushing that hard to keep the performance smooth.
And also, as you noticed, the resolution at 732p. I tried to push it at 1080p or 2K, but the game was locked at 732p by the developers.
So let me explain how I did it. The 75% is at 1080p resolution, and I also enabled game optimization to performance mode so I could get more FPS, and also the frame booster, which helps with the smoothness of the game and FPS improvement. So the 100% screen resolution is at fully native 2K resolution, which is quite impressive, and it also improves the quality of the game. Only flagship or high-end phones have fully 2K screen resolution like Samsung S22 Ultra or higher and other brands of phones. And you can see how it performs in the populated areas, as the GPU is at 67%, which is quite bad, especially the FPS drops, as you see it at 35 FPS, which is almost unplayable. Carx Street has to fix this problem, as in the low end, devices can crash the game. So in comparing both photos and showing you the difference between populated and less populated areas, as you see the highway is more stable than the populated area. This bad optimization has been in the game since beta, as Carx Street is taking a long time to fix it. So guys, this is what this video was about. I hope this video helps you to understand how optimization works, and drop a follow and like to stay tuned for the next upcoming video. Bye.